Hi everyone, JLCV here, coming to you from Austin, Texas. Uh, Tomorrow is the debut of the brand new revival, reboot, continuation of Quantum Leap, my favorite TV show of all time. So I thought I would do a little Quantum Leap related reading from my novel El Extreme. Quick background, El Extreme is a song by song novelization of the album A Love Extreme by my favorite musician, Benji Hughes. So we have my favorite musician, my favorite album, my favorite TV show. How do those all go together? There's a song on the album A Love Extreme called Cornfields. Cornfields is kind of a little instrumental rocker. I hear the word cornfields, I think of the scene in the episode of Quantum Leap, the original Quantum Leap, The Leap Home, when Sam Beckett leaps into himself as a 16-year-old and is running through the cornfield on his own old family farm. I heard on a Star Trek podcast called Trecklenberg that Benji Hughes guested on that he's a big fan of Quantum Leap. So a Benji Hughes story and a Quantum Leap story became not so far-fetched of something to put together. So Cornfields, name of the chapter. I'm going to read that now. Background you need to know is Benji and his roommate C in the previous chapter were planning a Halloween party. And we kind of fade out and we fade into this weird dream sequence that's a parody, tribute, criticism type thing of The Leap Home. Here we go, Cornfields. Two cheerleaders. Both wear lettered yellow sweaters and short red skirts. Sometimes talking to cheerleaders makes you nervous. Right now is one of those times. So I do the most reasonable thing I can think of. I run for it. I can't remember the last time I've run so hard in my life. I'm running harder than I ran to the graveyard when the IFO was chasing us. This time the room is gold. Not real gold, more golden. Like corn. Corn on the outside. Corn on the inside is sort of golden too. But this is outside corn gold. Dried out husks of gold. And it's not just like corn. It is corn. I'm in a cornfield. A golden cornfield. I'm running. The corn stalks make swishing sounds as they come in contact with my jacket. It's a Letterman jacket. Red and white. Not David Letterman. A generic Letterman. The kind that plays sports, not the kind who hosts talk shows late at night. I'm in high school. I'm also wearing a hat. A green hat. I'm not sure how I know what color the hat is since I can't actually see it, but I feel it on my head and I know it's a green baseball cap. I'm still running. I don't know why, but I know I need to keep going. I peer over my shoulder to check if anyone or anything is following me. I'm alone. After a few more strides, I stop to catch my breath, and in the distance I hear wind chimes. It's peaceful out here in the cornfield all alone. Except I'm not alone. C is here. He's holding a calculator, and he's wearing a suit. The suit is like something David Letterman might wear, except for the color. It's a white suit. Something about it seems familiar. He's not only wearing white, he's also wearing an extremely loud shirt and an orange tie. I can't let this one go. Nice thread, C. C ignores the compliment, mostly because he realizes it's not actually a compliment. You can't keep running, Sam. Sam, I reply. It's me, Benji. No, you're Sam Beckett. You're part of a time travel experiment that went a little caca. Very funny, C. Is this part of the Halloween party? I lift myself up on my toes to try to see above the corn, but it's too tall. How'd you get all this corn into our apartment? C doesn't break character. Ziggy says there's an 87.2% chance. Maybe he did break character. He is still counting, and that is a pretty slick observer costume. I decide to mess with him and start running again. I'm looking for the wall to put an end to his ruse. It's a small apartment. How much corn could he possibly fit in here? There's a lot of corn. I haven't actually counted off my strides. That'd be C's job. But I have paced around the apartment absent-mindedly enough to know I've already taken too many steps, especially too many running steps. It takes fewer running steps than walking steps to get wall to wall. Not just in our apartment. That's a universal truth. I stop again. C suddenly reappears, out of thin air. He's moving his finger away from his calculator. He's still wearing the white suit and the loud shirt and the orange tie. You can't outrun me, Sam. I'm not Sam. But then I realize maybe I am Sam. Wait, C, maybe I am Sam. Of course you're Sam, Sam. I know it's weird to leap into yourself as a 16-year-old, but no, I remember this one. I leaped into Sam the time he leaped into himself as a 16-year-old. You leaped into Sam when Sam leaped into Sam, Sam? Yes. C punches some buttons on the calculator. He squints at the screen, hits it on the side. It makes a sound like a wounded pterodactyl. He pauses, considering something. Okay, keep calm, Sam. This is going to sound weird, but Ziggy says there's a 76.2% chance this is the best question to ask you. When are you from? When doesn't matter, see? I'm Sam Beckett. Or I'm not Sam Beckett. I'm Benji Hughes. But I leaped into Sam Beckett the time Sam Beckett leaped into his younger self. And you leaped into Al. Sam, I don't leap into anyone. I'm a neurological hologram in the imaging chamber at the project in New Mexico. You did leap once. There was a jolt of lightning. A what? A jolt of lightning. Okay. C slaps his hand link again. At this point, I might as well play along and call the thing a hand link instead of a calculator. I called it a calculator since C was holding it, and you can use a calculator to count, but I think that joke has run its course. Actually, I start, realizing I may have revealed too much. Never mind, that hasn't happened yet, so I probably shouldn't tell you about it. Paradox, future, that sort of thing. But you'll dig leaping, as you should, because you're not Al, you're C, and you leaped into Al the time Sam leaped into Sam. If there were another leaper, why would we be here at the same time, and at the site of an old leap? Sounds overly complicated. There was another leaper, and they did revisit an old leap. Or I guess it was technically an old leapee. It would be confusing if it was the same leap, like Back to the Future Part 2 was confusing. This is more confusing, replies C/Al. He has a point. So are we or are we not on a simuleap? A simuleap is different. That's the thing with the lightning, which is also like Back to the Future Part 2, and Part 1, but not Part 3. This is more like how things were supposed to go in Season 6 with Sam and Al leaping together. But I'm ruining the future again, or at least giving spoilers, which might be worse than a paradox. It's technically not a spoiler for reasons I can't describe without causing a spoiler paradox, but you should know this, since you aren't Al, you're C. The hologram ponders this. Had I leaped, I'd probably have a Swiss cheese memory. That explains why I can't remember how many episodes of Quantum Leap they made. It also explains why I think I'm really Al. Like how you thought you were Tom Stratton on your first leap. Yes, or no, because I'm not Sam and I do remember, but yes, I agree. C stands silently. He's not sure if he's C or if he's Al, or what he should do next. I try to think of what Sam Beckett would say in this situation. So C, why are we here? Don't ask me, you have all the answers. Ask Ziggy why we're here, or Gushy, or have Gushy ask Ziggy. It was never clear if the hand link talked to Ziggy directly, or if it talked to Gushy who talked to Ziggy. Maybe Ziggy leapt into Gushy the time Gushy leapt into Ziggy, C theorizes. Now you're making fun of me. Gushy never leapt into anyone, and Sam can't leap into Ziggy because Ziggy's not a person. Sam leaped into a chimp, and a chimp is not a person. And Sam leaped into a girl. He leaped into a girl 9 times, and Ziggy is a girl. Aha! You are C. That's proof. What's proof? You know Ziggy is female, even though Ziggy isn't female yet. That isn't revealed until we simuleap. For the first time, in the future, or the past, but it's a future episode, and not we Benji and C, but we Sam and Al. But more importantly, you counted how many times Sam was a woman. Counting is C's signature move. Al would count how many times Sam was a woman too, because Al likes girls. And girls love shoes, but I don't think that's relevant. I'll humor you and ask Ziggy why you're here. He taps the buttons in a haphazard manner. Nothing's changed, Sam. Benji. Ziggy says you're still here to make sure No-Nose doesn't win the basketball game. That's why Sam was here. It can't be why we're here. That's a good point. Maybe we're here to help you remember the party. The party? I'll remember the party. Are you sure? Ziggy says there's only a 16.67% chance you will. He, or she, says these parties always end the same way. Why? What's the last thing you do remember? We were figuring out who not to invite. Make them wait for invitations that were never gonna come. What kind of phrasing is never gonna there? Shut up, C. It's not as bad as saying leaped instead of leapt. C doesn't shut up. Ziggy also says your hat was red, not green. Red? No, it's a green hat, I remember. C slaps the hand link. This time the noise is more robotic than pterodactylic. He smiles as he reads the display. Red hat with a yellow C, like my name. But that was at the beginning, when you ran away from the cheerleaders. 3 cheerleaders, not 2. Now you should be wearing a green sweater with no hat. The sweater is green, not the hat. I look down and my outfit has changed. I am wearing a green sweater and no hat. I had to reach up to realize I had no hat, but couldn't see that from looking down. But you get it. C is silent. That's when the narrator starts in with the saga cell, but it's a different narrator than before. Now it's female Ziggy narrating. Theorizing that one could time travel within his own dream sequence, Dr. Benji Hughes stepped into the extreme accelerator and vanished. He woke to find himself trapped in a cornfield, wearing incorrect clothing that was not his own, and driven by an unknown force to avoid the heart of his origin story. His only guide in this journey is C, a roommate from his own apartment that only Benji can see and hear. And so Dr. Hughes finds himself reliving old Quantum Leap reruns, striving to remember a party that always ends the same way, and hoping each time that his next leap will reunite him with L. A blue light engulfed Benji. He watched C wave to him. He wondered why the verb tense changed, and then he leaped back. So, really weird story from a really weird book in tribute to Quantum Leap and Benji Hughes. I'll put some other comments and links in the section describing this video, but hope you enjoyed, and really hope you enjoy the new Quantum Leap tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. See y'all soon.